Mitch from PickDogs.com and SportsChatPlace.com. It is Friday, July 24th, 2020. We've got sports news. We got Major League Baseball, 14 games. We're going to go through the entire schedule like we do. I got Steve Monahan, Chris Ruffalo, Rod Zawacki, all with me. Going to hear a variety of opinions and probably some really poor jokes, but that's the way that we roll on this show. Of course, we also have NBA scrimmage action as well. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do this show every day, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. We moved it from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our computer pick show, of course, is at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then this show will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every day. Really excited. Last night we had Major League Baseball action. Clayton Kershaw scratched from the starting lineup. Johnny Cueto pitched really well. The bullpen got absolutely shellacked. Clayton Kershaw didn't make it to the hill. So all those Kershaw bets, no action. Then the Yankees Nationals, I don't know. Rain out, all that other stuff. Nationals kind of a late inning comeback type team. They didn't get to do their thing, and you could say the Yankees won. That's what it will go down in the scoreboard, but in the book. But I don't know, something cheap. There's a reason they play 9 innings. I don't know. I never agreed with this, with doing it this way. But anyways, we got a full slate of games today, and let me bring in the gang as we will cut to the chase and get right to it. Of course, we have Chris Ruffalo right next to me, Steve Monahan below me, and in the bottom corner is Rod Zawacki. I just have a question for the two guys over on this side of the screen, these guys here. So you're going to be sporting the Toronto Yard Goats hats or what? You guys ready for some Yard Goat action? Or I got to put in the thing. What do you think? You ready? I just happen to have my Yard Goats hat on.
I'm ready.
My brother and my mother love the Yard Goats.
Chris is still muted. Chris, you're muted.
He shouldn't be. Muted. He's muted himself.
No, you didn't mute him. It looks like he's... There we go.
No, I'm ready.
There we go.
So what do you guys think about Hartford Yard Goats, Blue Jays? Same colors, very similar.
Very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could work.
I'll take it.
Spare
At
yard.
least it's a home, right?
Who in the hell has a spare Hartford Yard Goats hat lying around?
I think mine's upstairs.
And as my wife says, you got too much crap. Anyways, speaking of crap, Garrett Cole on the mound. He was kind of mowing him down. He had his thing going. He hit a batter and got away with it, which is something that we haven't seen from him throughout his career. Normally he hits the batter. We talked how he always hits the leadoff guy, right? And the guy gets on and, waiting for him to come around and score. It never happened. Just a monster blast by Adam Eaton off him, who is the type of guy that gets to a guy like Cole. But Max Scherzer giving up a bomb to Giancarlo Stanton before the rains came. But, the Nationals are a late inning comeback team. That is their style, right? They're the guys who, down by 4 in the bottom of the ninth. These are the guys, right? I mean, so didn't really get a chance to do that. It counts as a win for the Yankees. We'll give him credit. Aaron Boone, he got one. It's like, but of course, the highlight of the evening, Dr. Fauci's opening pitch. What was that? So Steve
Wasn't even close.
Steve works with, Steve was a high school athlete and, he's a pretty good ball player. So what would we rate that pitch? Is that rag arm? Is it just girl throw? Or was it we want a pitcher, not a belly itcher? I'm just not even sure where to go with this one. It's like, what was that, man?
A girl throw.
Well, it was one of these. It was one of these. It was just the sheer lack of control of the baseball. I know throwing a ball isn't a natural motion, but this, it's like, you're going to pitch, right? You're going to throw out the opening pitch. You're going to do this. It's kind of like the guys that throw the footballs into the Dr. Pepper cans at halftime. it's not something that you do every day, but it's kind of like, you're going to do this, so you might want to practice, right?
Yeah. I mean, you tell me there's not a hallway in a hospital somewhere?
I mean,
they could have set up a little pitcher's match.
what is he doing? It's like
You throw a couple.
it's like all you needed was euchre, to call it. It was like that was the only thing missing. Just a bit outside. That one got away from him a little bit. Anyways,
Just a little bit.
that was the leader, the guy who's going to lead us out of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's up there with one of the all-time worst ones. No
Yeah.
question.
That goes down with Jeff Gordon's "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I think that one and Jeff Gordon's version of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Of course, the best version of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day threw one down at Wrigley. It was like that was pretty strong. But anyways, yeah, we got 14 games today. The Dodgers and Giants back at it as well. So let's just cut right into it. I know that's why everybody's here, is they want our no, the under does. So we had a lot of this discussion in our Facebook group last night. We had a lot of discussion in our Facebook group last night about this, and this is a very, very common thing. If you bet a total on a Major League Baseball game or a run line bet, and the game does not go the distance, totals and run lines are canceled. If it goes an official Major League Baseball game, 5 innings or more, which I don't even think it's really an official baseball game. We'll give it to them, right? Then it counts. They'll score you as a win or loss based on that. But if not, it's a push. Just like if you picked with selected pitchers on the Dodgers-Giants game and you had Kershaw, that's also no action. So it was kind of like a 2020 version for the books, in a nutshell, what we've gone through in the last 4 months in 2 baseball games, a washout in Washington and, Clayton Kershaw getting back pains, 10 minutes. This is like the UFC fighters that hurt themselves, walking out of the locker room, which seems to happen every single week in those things. And of course, we'll got UFC coverage tomorrow. But anyways, let's head to Citi Field where Jacob deGrom is in action. And the thing I'm looking at spells his last name incorrectly. They have a capital D on there. We all know it's the small D, E, capital Grom. But up against Mike Soroka. Soroka, a guy that, man, the world of potential guy. We've seen some quality stuff out of him. Is this, he's in that Barrios, Garrett Cole. He's in that those guys ahead of Urias, right? Kind of like, ahead of things. He's a little better than him. Soroka, though, at plus 135 on the take back here. We've seen this Mets bullpen. I mean, this one's going to be low scoring going late into the game, and it could be a late offensive explosion type game like we saw in Los Angeles last night. Chris, what are you thinking about here with, we know deGrom is the guy with the 1.98 ERA and can't buy a win, right? We know this is that guy. So what do we got here? 4:10 Eastern time start.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, deGrom's issue last season was getting run support, and I don't think there's that much of a turnover and change from last year's lineup. I mean, you look at Mike Soroka. Soroka's a guy that he's only lost once on the road in his career, and he's still got a sub-2 ERA away from home. So I mean, I'll take a shot with the Braves here, plus 135. I think he duels with deGrom, and if it comes down to the bullpens, I trust Atlantis a little bit more.
These are 2 teams that should contend. Steve, what are you thinking? This is actually one of the better games of the day, I think.
No, absolutely. I agree 100% with Chris. I mean, deGrom and Soroka, it should be obviously an underplay with runs scored. But the Mets bullpen, until we see what it actually looks like again this year, I can't put stock in that bullpen, especially in a close game. I got to go with the Braves here in the opener.
Got Rod, what are you thinking?
I'm all over the Braves here. Soroka's in his 16 starts last year on the road, sporting a 1.55 ERA.
But he's a 5-inning
gonna
guy.
become the Braves.
He's a 5-inning guy. right? He's not.
Yep.
He's not a 6-inning guy. He's not a 7-inning guy.
No.
He's a 5-inning
He'll
guy.
be a good solid 5.
Right. He's kind of.
He's
It's
a
like, is this the year that they kind of let Soroka loose a little bit? You know, it's kind of like
they give him a little more.
You know, it's kind of like
a little longer.
They try and gently bring these younger guys up. You know, not overloading them early in their career like what they did with Strasburg. But Soroka, maybe it's the year that it's time to let him a little bit loose. I'm just, you know.
And then the girl.
I see the value here in the Braves. I see the value. I'm with you guys, and I see I would love to. If I'll just say this much, if you see Familia pick up his mitt, okay, if you just see him lean over towards his middle bit, hit the live in-game betting over Braves.
Window.
I mean, just run, do not walk, don't overthink it. Don't say, oh, I think he might be picking up. Because it'll be gone. It'll be gone,
Right.
man. That's all I got to say. Anyway, speaking of gone, Matthew Boyd's pitching today for the Tigers in Cincinnati against Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray not so good with the Yankees, but he's been good everywhere else he's been. With Sonny Gray, we're going to get. It's weird seeing the Reds at -170, but then again, it is Matthew Boyd. So, Chris, you thought it was just you. It's also Matthew Boyd. What do you think?
No, I like
Yard
the
goats.
I like the Reds, but my stronger play here is the over. I think we see some runs here. I think this could easily hit double digits, and I think Boyd's going to get knocked around a little bit by this new look Reds lineup. So I'll take the over here.
How about you, Steve?
Again, I agree exactly with Chris. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and Matthew Boyd, it should be a ping-pong match, and I like the Reds all day today.
How about you, Rod?
This is a premium pick available at pickdogs.com.
All right.
Or Sports Chat Place.
Side or total, or both?
A side on this one. I'll give you the total. I'm gonna lean under in this one.
I like
give me the
I
under.
like the over. I mean, Matthew Boyd's pitching. Anyways, we got the Toronto Yard Goats up against the Tampa Bay Rays here. I did this one on the Spread Knowledge show. Wow, the Yard Goats hat over the Pick Dogs hat. Actually, not a horrific look here for me, but I guess it is, isn't it? But anyways, the Yard Goats. I just love saying Yard Goats in the Boston accent. It's like my brother, my mother, my father, all at the Yard Goats game.
Love the Yard Goats. Love the Yard Goats today.
It's like they think it's like, Tracy Fitzpatrick gave me this hat, so she exactly said it exactly like that. It was like exactly what she said. Exactly, I said, I got your Yard Goats hat. It's like, what?
Yeah, instead of asking flag, you're going to go watch the Yard Goats.
Anyways, you got the Toronto Yard Goats up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Chris, what do you think? And the Spread Knowledge likes the Yard Goats here.
And I do too. I mean, it's maybe it's a homer pick, but I'm gonna take Toronto. I mean, you're giving me plus money with the guy that led the league in ERA last year. I think Toronto's gonna be hyped up behind their ace. And this is a young lineup, and I think they're gonna have some pop in their bats this year. So I'm gonna take Toronto at plus 115.
How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to go Toronto too here. I think it's a good value bet today. I think Tampa's going to be a real good team for the 60 games, but the Blue Jays have been in the news. They don't have a home, all that stuff. But yeah, he's a good pitcher. I'll take the Blue Jays here. Good value.
How about you, Rod?
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna take the Rays. Being a Jays fan, game one, I think the Rays are going to be more ready for this game. And I'll put a little more stock in Morton than what I do in Hinge and Ryu.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I like the Rays in this one too. I think Morton is a pretty damn good pitcher, and Ryu. I don't know, man. The whole Marlboro smoking thing, it kind of, it's like I just can never get past it. It's like I mean, it's like I know Keith Hernandez did it, for years, smoking in the dugout. And, it's
I could give you 1,000 names from Lou
Oh,
Piniella.
oh yeah. My favorite was Dean Smith. Indoors
Yeah.
at North Carolina on the bench smoking cigarettes. That was people never say it. And I mean, the thing is, it's like, the country's so anti-smoking now, and I'm anti-smoking too. Steve is a smoker. Rod is an ex-smoker, like myself. But, you go to like Duke University, the place was built on tobacco money, and like every statue, someone's smoking. It's like, we're going to remove all the smoking statues. It's like, not this one. It's paid for all this crap. I like the Rays and Morton, though, as well. I'm going to go against spread knowledge, which has not been a good strategy. But we got the Phillies, Aaron Nola on the mound against Sandy Alcantara. Chris?
I'm gonna take a shot with the Marlins here.
Yeah, minus 190 on Nola is a steep price for a team that has been straight garbage for for quite some time.
And I mean, you look at Nola. He went 0-2 in 3 starts against the Marlins last year, and Alcantara his last
He's
2
good.
starts against Miami. He only gave up 1 run, and he was across 15 innings of work.
He's their best player. He's their best player on the Marlins.
So yeah, I'll take a shot with Miami and the plus
player.
money here.
He is their best player. Steve?
No, I'm going to go with the Phillies here. No, I saw Nola pitch, a little over a week ago when the Phillies came into New York. I think Nola is better than what he's been, and I expect him to pitch well today, so I'm going to go with the Phillies.
Rod?
Yeah, I would lean the Phillies today as well. Nola just seems to pitch better at home in Citizen Bank Park. I'll lean the Phillies.
I love fading the Phillies. One of my favorite pastimes. I just can't even control myself on this one. Getting plus 175 against the Phillies. This is the stuff that pays for country club memberships. Anyways, let's go to the Indians against the Royals. Baby. Shane Bieber on the mound up against Danny Duffy. I mean, how is Duffy an opening day starter? Well, he plays for Kansas City. Anyways, Chris, I mean, what do we got here?
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's Kansas City. I don't have very many high hopes for.
Is it possible
Royals.
to lose 100 games in a 60-game season?
It might be at this point.
I think it might be. I think it's possible. I think it could happen in Kansas City.
But Bieber's probably the best starter in this rotation. I like what I've seen from him. And
I think
Bieber. I think he's well worth a play here. So I'll take Cleveland minus 1.5.
I'm a believer.
They easily take care.
I'm a believer.
I think they usually take care of the Royals here.
Yeah, Jesus Ortiz likes the Braves plus 1.5. I never see value in reverse run lines. I just don't see it unless you're getting plus money.
Yeah,
there's not. You're better off just taking them to win. It's like, it's like. Anyways,
what is it? Minus 170, I think, for the Braves at plus 105. I think I see.
Minus 170. So who are we on? Running Steve Bieber or the Royals?
Yeah, the Royals are going to be one of the top 3 bottom teams, even in the 60-game schedule. I'd love the Indians here all day, especially being home.
I'm reading the comments.
Indians all day.
Why is Smooth Truck and ask me? Is there some comments in there I can't see? Yeah, I read them. It's hard to do all of these different things at once. Rod?
Yeah, I'm on the Indians as well. Give me the Indians on the run line. Indians win by 2 or 3.
Yeah, the total in this one has creeped up to 9 from 8.5. I think we can get some value here on the over still. I think this is going to be a long day at Cleveland. And it's like it's one of those games that if you were in the stands, it's kind of like, and back in the days when I was a drinker, it's like they stopped selling beer in the 7th inning. And you're just wondering, how in the hell am I going to get out of here? I'm like, I'm with that person that's got to see the last out. I don't care what the score is. And, it's going to be one of those days. I would say if you're going to the ballpark, you might want to pack a lunch for this one. Anyways, we got the Cubs against the Brewers. You will be able to see this one if you are at the Wrigley rooftops, where I've watched many a game. As a matter of fact, one of my Dog of the Day videos in my first year ever of doing Dog of the Day. I was on the Wrigley rooftop doing my Dog of the Day for the next day, and Albert Pujols hit a home run right over my shoulder. It was awesome. It was one of the best videos I ever did. You could see Pujols at the plate, and I'm doing the video, and he hits it, and it goes over the screen onto the street. It was seriously the best video I think I've ever done for Dog of the Day. But you guys know this line is actually moved, and there's money coming in here on the Brewers. People must have seen my Dog of the Day video over at Sports Chat or something. But we got Brandon Woodruff on the mound for the Brewers, who are the better team here against the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks, who's been money at home. I mean, he has been money at home, but they don't have Joe Madden anymore. And what kind of bullpen do the Cubs have? Because it's going to be that kind of game. Because Hendricks is a 0-1, 2-run guy when he's on at home. I mean, he's a tough to get to at home. Chris? Yeah, this is from a Cub hater. I'm a Cub hater. But I love my
I had a hard time with this game. I'm going to lean towards the Brewers here just because of the value at the plus money, because I wouldn't be surprised if Hendricks puts up a 1 or 2 run game here. But like you said, I think Milwaukee's a better team as well. So I'll take a shot with the Brewers here, plus money.
I'm on the Brewers here.
Rod?
This is one of
we
my
gotta get
favorite
Steve
games.
a tripod to put his phone in.
This is one of my favorite games on the board today, and it's a premium pick. It's available over at pickdogs.com or sportschatplace.com.
I love the Brewers in this one. I love
and
the
it's
Brewers.
it's on the site, so
I
I'll
love
give you the total. I like the under.
Love the Brewers here. Brewers, you guys know I love small market teams. That's where I've made my living. And the Brewers are one of those teams the last few years. We have made a killing on this team. All they have is the MVP of, the best hitter in baseball and, the guy who was the best hitter in baseball. And he might have taken a couple steroids here, and that's so what. And then we got a couple other guys on the Brewers that are just clutch city, and they hate the Cubs' guts. You throw that all together, it's going to be a fun day at Wrigley Field for the Seagulls. Anyways, we got the Red Sox and the Orioles. Nathan Eovaldi makes it back to the mound. Woo! You think that the Red Sox? One thing about Red Sox pitchers, they love to not pitch and collect paychecks. Chris, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think I'm going to play the over here at over 10. I'm not about to lay minus 210 with Nathan Eovaldi, and
how's he throwing? I have not seen Eovaldi. Does he have? Because he needs to have. He's got to be high 90s or he's ineffective.
Oh, yeah.
I've just never had luck with Eovaldi on the mound, so it's kind of a personal fade for me. But if John Means was getting the start for Baltimore, I would have taken a shot with the Orioles. But I think it's Tommy Malone going here, so I'll side with the over 10.
John Means has been moved in as the starter. It looks like.
I saw Malone as a probable.
I saw him as a
Malone
probable too, but now I'm seeing Means. So
yeah, me too. I see Means moving in there now.
So
not Malone. I think.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense. But I'll look into this one. We'll double check it and we'll come back to this game. Actually, is what we'll do because if it's Means, it's money, right? I mean, it's a gift. It is a gift, and we will graciously accept. I love betting against the Red Sox. Oh man, one of my favorite pastimes. Anyways, we got the Texas Rangers up against the Colorado Rockies. Lance Lynn on the mound. Marquez was listed as the starter. I'm not sure if he still is. Another one I got to check. I'm going to change sources here because I think I'm getting some bad information. Because you know what? I saw Maloney last night also.
Yeah. Even this morning I saw Maloney.
Yep, I'm seeing Maloney as well still. In this one, it's Herman Marquez against Lance Lynn. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot with the Rockies here at plus money. We just saw the Rockies beat up on the Rangers in a couple of these summer camp games, and I think those were just tune-up games, and I think it carries over here. So I'll take a shot with the Rockies and the plus money.
Steve?
Chris and I are simpatico today. His analysis is my analysis. I'll take the Rockies here too.
Rod?
Me three. Give me the Rockets here today as well. I think they can beat Texas here.
I don't know, man. I don't think you guys have gotten beaten down by Herman Marquez recently, but I'm telling you, watching him pitch, it leaves a mark on me. It's just really some nasty, nasty stuff. I love the over in this game. I just think, Marquez did get it down to 4.76 last season and, pitching against a Rangers team that, I don't know. I don't think they've ever taken a walk in the last 7 years. So you expect them to be swinging away. The thing about Marquez is he doesn't just have the 4.76. He's got a ton of unearned runs as well to go with that. Is that he's the type of guy that it's like the unearned run. He's the king of the unearned run and the earned run. So what you get is and in Coors, where he generally pitches. And I mean, you just can get some outrageous numbers. This is how you get those 14 totals at Coors is guys like Marquez. So I love the over here. Lance Lynn was born with the bases loaded. This guy pitches. He's ineffective with nobody on base, but you get the bases loaded, nobody out. All of a sudden, he looks like Koufax. It's like, I don't know. He just pitches from the stretch like nobody else, right? I mean, he's just super effective pitching. He might be one of the best as not. It's kind of like he's one of those guys that he always has a winning record, and it's always baffling because it just always seems like he's in trouble, right? He's always on the ropes, but I expect this one to be a high-scoring game. I like the over in this one.
Marquez pitches better on the road than what he does at Coors Field. He was 7-3 with a 3.67 ERA in 15 starts last year on the road, than his 4-point-something at home.
How many innings did he go on the road in those appearances?
174 innings on the road.
No, he went 174 total innings last year.
Oh yeah, my bad.
And he put it this way, he makes less for the season than Garrett Cole makes for half a game. $565,000. He makes less. He seriously makes less than Garrett Cole makes for half of a game. I mean, Garrett Cole pitched a half a game. He still got full game, 1.2 million or whatever, 20,000 a pitch, right? More than that. Anyways, let's get to the next one on board here. We got the White Sox and the Twins. This is another one of the better games on the board, a tough one. Lucas Giolito, who, part of that Adam Eaton trade that a lot of people thought the White Sox got the best of, including me. And now you kind of look at it and say, well, Adam Eaton actually, is pretty scrappy and he's good. I'm not sure if he's worth the boatload that the Nationals traded for him. Maybe it was even Steven, right? Maybe we can call that one even Steven. But I think this game is really close, and the line is showing it. It's kind of this one has gone back and forth, with Barrios on the mound and Giolito. Chris, what are you thinking here from Guaranteed Rate Field?
I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Twins here. I know solid pitching matchup, but I just trust the meat of Minnesota's batting order with guys like Josh Donaldson, Miguel Sano. I think those bats can do a little bit more damage than what we've seen so far from the White Sox. I think the White Sox are going to be a team to watch this year, but until we see it, I'm going to go with the Twins here.
I think the White Sox like I've said, the White Sox, I think the fans are a little bit ahead of themselves. I think it's going to be next year, But I do like what they're doing there. Steve?
Yeah, I like the over here. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored in this game, despite that, the pitching. The Twins, Chris again, they got a potent lineup. The Josh Donaldson addition is underrated. He's not washed up by any stretch.
But he has been injured a lot recently.
He has, but I think the Twins are going to be a force here in the 60-game schedule.
He's a tough.
I like the Twins today.
Tough out. How many? Does he have multiple MVPs or just one for Donaldson?
I think just one.
I think one.
One with a team with a losing record, right? He got the MVP, and the team had a losing record. That's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
Rod?
Yeah, I'm going with the Twins here. I like what they do. I like Donaldson as well. And I think they get the win here today.
All right, total homer pick for me. I'm going to go with the White Sox because I like them and I enjoy going to their games. Nice snacks. So got Chicago-style pizza there at a guaranteed rate, and real friendly atmosphere. I think you also get solid entertainment value. Usually a pretty good band doing the national anthem. I've seen everyone from the Beach Boys to Aerosmith do it there. And, they compete with the other guys around the corner who, boy, if they lit a firework after a game, it would be, really going above and beyond. So I just love what they do in Chicago with the White Sox and, how they promote their team. Being the second team in the second city, I just really like it. And I'm excited for everything that's going on with the White Sox. I lived there when they won the World Series the last time, and I think it would be something special if they could do it again. I don't know if it's this year, but let's just say that the White Sox fans are wearing the Thanks Cubs shirts still that they gave out when Eloy Jimenez hit that home run against the Cubs to beat them, and we talked about the Eaton trade. I will continuously say that the Carlos Quintana for Eloy Jimenez and Dylan Cease could be the biggest robbery. Well, also the Chris Sale trade to Boston. I mean, who we kidding? Moncada. I mean, a change on top of that one. I mean, they have really done some damage trading away guys. They just always have been able to do it. I'm going to go with the White Sox in this one. We go to St. Louis, the team that I picked to represent the National League in the World Series. The St. Louis Cardinals up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Cards. He's not bad. He's pretty good, Jack Flaherty. We've seen him. And the Pirates, traditionally very fast starters. So this, they might be a team that could surprise people in the 60-game season. They're generally in the mix at the All-Star break, if not in first place in that division. Joe Musgrove getting the ball for the Pirates. Chris?
Yeah, I have a premium play on the side at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays, but it's on the side, so I'll give you the total. I like the under 7.5 here. I think it's I think it's a lower scoring game, but I just don't see a lot of runs coming here, so I'll take the under 7.5.
How about you, Steve?
I'm all in on the Cardinals today. And I agree. I don't see a lot of runs being scored, but I think the Cardinals take care of business today in their opener.
Rod?
Yeah, I'm on the Cardinals. I'll take the Cardinals on the run line here in this game. Give me the Cardinals -1.5.
Yeah, I like the I got to go with the Cardinals at home. I hate the. I really hate the. I hate the odds on this game. It makes it because I think it's hard to go with the Cardinals on the run line. They're just not a run line team, which they're just not. It's just not their game. But at the same time, I think that they're a layup win in this one at home. And of course, my favorite nickname in all of baseball, America's first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. I just love that one. I do. We got the Astros up against the Mariners, and the Astros were murder incorporated in these summer camp games. I mean, that lineup was swinging away. I think they're out to prove a point that they don't need to steal signs, that they can still hit, and they can. Chris, Marco Gonzalez throws about 85 miles an hour. What do we got?
This is my other premium pick at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays, but it's on the side, so I like the over 8 runs here. I think we see double-digit scoring here, so I'll take the over.
I think the Astros score that many in the 8th inning alone.
Yeah,
they're the kings of the 8th inning. Steve?
Yeah, I love the Astros here today. Verlander's pitching. They should murder him. It should be very methodical Astros victory today. Definitely
And
the over.
Rod?
Yeah, I think you can take Houston on the run line and be quite safe in this game.
All right, I like the -2.5 for Houston in this game. I think if you can find 3.5 anywhere, I would.
You can get 3.5 at -1 or at +160. You can also get -4.5 at +225.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Put me in for a nickel on the -4.5. I don't.
Houston,
Anyways,
4.5. Oh,
see how easy it was for me to make that bet. It was like, it's like okay, it's like. All right, we got the Padres up against the D-backs. Chris Paddock on the mound for the Padres, he's pretty good. Up against Mad Bum here for the D-backs, making his first start. This is a line mover. Mad Bum and the D-backs plus 135, while the San Diego Padres minus 145 favorites. Chris? You like laying big juice on the Padres?
No.
Big juice on the Padres, anyone? It's like
I'm gonna take a shot with the D-backs here. I still like Bumgarner. He's not the Bumgarner of old, but he's still a solid above average pitcher, and he's getting plus 135. And top to bottom, I think the Diamondbacks have the slightly better team here, so I'll take Arizona at plus 135.
Speaking of pitching, I think the Royals just brought in Fauci for a tryout. Steve, who do you like in this one?
An update: Fauci just got cut.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in on the D-backs here as well. Madison Bumgarner starting, so I'm all in on the D-backs here.
How about you, Rod?
I'm gonna take the under. Give me the under 8 in this game. I think you're gonna get on the under 8 at plus money. We got a nice pitchers battle here.
Got pitchers battle in a pitchers park with the pitchers, everything. This is an under. These are too tactical. You know, the Padres not known for offensive explosions. Solid defense for Padres, and of course, pretty good defense there for the D-backs. Really good, fundamentally sound team that Tony La Russa put together in the front office there. Usually La Russa annoys the hell out of me as a manager, a little too much, changing things around. But as far as fundamentals and being technically sound, his guys just seem to really always be able to do that. The Dodgers and the Giants go back at it again. Ross Stripling on the mound for the Dodgers. I don't see a starter here for the Giants yet.
Should be Samardzija, I saw.
Oh, Jeff
Yes,
Samardzija. Wow, up against Dodgers. I'm on the Giants here. I don't give a crap. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot on the Giants as well, and that's just me not wanting to lay minus 250 with Ross Stripling.
Yeah, I'm not a Stripling. Stripling's a 5-inning guy. Steve?
Yeah, I'm on the Giants as well. Samardzija is a decent pitcher, and ex-Notre Dame wide receiver. I'm going to go with Jeff Samardzija here.
Rod?
I'll take the under 9. The under 9 at even money. Give me the under 9 here today.
We got the I like the Giants. We'll go to Oakland, where the Athletics are taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Andrew Heaney on the mound here for the Angels. He was a guy that was like one of these guys that like when they came up, kind of like a Jason Hayward, that the fantasy players were just gaga over, right? Even before he ever threw a pitch. I mean, for every Walker Buehler that they nail, they seem to have 100 Jason Haywards. It's like, oh, this guy's gonna be great. Heaney, was one of those guys, and just never really. He's good. It's he's made it now to opening day starter status, which I don't know how that happened, but he is there. If I'm managing the Angels, which I'm not, I got Ohtani starting on opening day, but up against Frankie Montas for the Swingin' A's. Chris, pretty good one to wrap it up at 10:10 Eastern time.
Very good one. I'm going to take Oakland here. I just like Frankie Montas, and I think if he can avoid the suspensions and the health concerns from last year, I think he'll be a pretty good arm for the A's this year. I'm not a fan of Andrew Heaney, so I'll go Oakland here minus 150.
How about you, Steve?
I'm here with the A's. Rendon is going to be out for probably the first week for the Angels, and I think the fact that the A's are home here, I like that value there. I'm going to go with the A's.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. Give me the Angels. I think the Angels go into Oakland here and upset Oakland in their home opener.
I like the Angels as well. A's are typically slow starters, And, even though it's late July at this point, I still have to say that, they start the season slow. We know Joe Madden in tactical games. He's, as much as I badmouth the guy, he's probably good for 5 or 6 wins by himself in a regular 162 game season. So I think in these tactical type games, in these pitchers, in a big pitcher's ballpark with that giant, foul ball area, he's kind of the guy I would rather have there. So I just think the Angels are probably a little bit more talented here. I would like them. I think if Rendon is in the lineup, you don't get them as a dog here. I think that's...
No, exactly. I think if Rendon's in the lineup, exactly.
It's odd, like when Soto was scratched last night, people were like, oh my God, Soto's scratched. It's baseball. The guy's up once every, 2 innings at the most. It's like defensively, there's very little that separates these guys. Yeah, it's not, he's not Pudge Rodriguez behind the plate. It's not like, he's just that defensive, whatever. He's good. He's very good. He's, MVP candidate type guy. But he's not, all of a sudden the whole rest of the team stinks type guy. I don't see it. But anyways, that wraps up our baseball picks for today. We got NBA scrimmage action and just 3 games on the card. We pretty much were dialed in on those games yesterday as far as the lines and everything on those. But we got the Sixers against the Grizz. Chris, what are you thinking on the Sixers-Grizz game?
Yeah, I'm probably going to lean the Sixers here. I think this is all going to matter about how many points we're having to give up. But if we're giving up anywhere between 4 to 6, I think the Sixers can cover that one. So I'll lean the Sixers here.
Yeah, I'd lean the Sixers as well. I think we're going to 6 to 8 point line again.
Yeah, it's unanimous. I think the Sixers too.
I guess they consider in Orlando on the road, so
It
we know how
doesn't.
they play on the road.
It doesn't. They're all on the road, but the Sixers were lousy away from home. It all depends on what they do. We know that. We know the Sixers have a lot of guys that don't like to play. They don't love to play basketball. They love to sit out and look for the spots. It's like with the Sixers, it's never about like who's going to play well tonight. It's about who's not playing, right? Same thing. We go to the Thunder against the Celtics. Man, it's been a while, but man, we won a lot of money on the Thunder this season, didn't we? We won a crap ton. Mid-market, underdog. They fit the bill for us. They are a Mitch team, right? And the Celtics, they were my pick to win the NBA championship. And I'll tell you what, they are talking like they're going to. I wouldn't put it past them. I like the Celtics here against the Thunder. I just think they're dialed in and focused. I think Tatum is ready to say, I am the next superstar.
Yep.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on Boston as well. I think they have a little bit better depth than OKC, but I'm with you. Tatum was on a tear before everything stopped. I think he wants to pick that up where he left off. So I'll take the Celtics.
Yep, Celtics.
Raptors against the Rockets. James Harden and the boys up against the defending champs. 46-18 the Raptors were this season without Kawhi heading into the COVID stop. Pretty good, man, considering you lose your best player. People last night were like cringing that Soto wasn't playing, and it's like, meanwhile, the Raptors lose Kawhi 46-18, for the Raptors.
Don't sleep on the Raptors.
Russell Westbrook, not sure of his status for this one. He is back in the bubble after having COVID. I'm not sure if he's playing in this game, if he's cleared quarantine and all of that stuff. So I don't know. But I still like the Rockets. I think James Harden is ready to play some ball. This is a guy that actually loves to play. And I'm going to go with the beard here. How about you, Chris?
I need
to see a line. I lean Toronto here, just because I think they're more balanced than Houston is. But I need to see a line first. But I'll lean Toronto.
I'm gonna take the Raptors. I'm sure we're gonna get some points, and I don't know how many points they're gonna give me, but I'll take them. Give me the Raptors here.
Yep, I'll take the Raptors, regardless of the points. Shouldn't be that many.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. Chris, anything you got to say here to our audience?
I'm just going to put together a 4-team underdog round robin. So the Braves, the Marlins, the Blue Jays, and the Rockies. I think the four underdogs that could definitely have a chance of cashing in today.
Rod, what do you like?
For
Your
me, I
camera's
like,
your camera's cloudy today. I don't know what the hell's going on here. What do we?
Mine is?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. You're still beautiful to us.
Whoa!
Now we
no,
lost
no,
you.
no.
Don't touch anything. I mean, how many times do I have to say it? You break
Don't
it, you
touch
bought
the red
it.
You're not as beautiful as the freaking yard goats.
God knows. Okay, for me, quick note. Tonight's NASCAR truck race. I'm gonna take Austin Hill at plus 350. And an MLB birdcage. Give me the Rays on the run line, the Cardinals on the run line, and the Padres under. Parlay those up. You get a nice plus. Huge money there.
Go to Steve Monahan.
Yeah, my best bets of the day are I like the Brewers against the Cubs. Definitely the Rockies over the Rangers. I think the Cards over the Pirates is a good value. And I think the Astros just absolutely murder the Mariners today. So definitely the over in that game.
I'm gonna throw together a little round robin underdog parlay here. I'm gonna go with the Orioles, parlay them up with the Braves, throw in the Brewers, and let's see, and the Marlins. So there we go. We got a 4-team round robin underdog parlay. Orioles, Braves, Brewers, and Marlins. This thing probably pays like 20 to 1 or more. More than that, I'm sure. Anyways, let me bring the guys all back in. When will we know about this yard goats thing? When are we going to actually find out for sure? They've struck out a few times. I mean, I've been keeping this yard goats hat for a reason. Any word, Chris? Anything that they said? Rod is usually in on the pulse of this. And also, Steve, what do you think about the Redskins stealing the Edmonton Eskimos team name here?
Yeah, sounds like a typical Dan Snyder move.
Let's call them the Eskimos. It's like,
Yeah.
Dan? How about football team? He's like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
probably in the meeting. He's like, screw it. Just name him the goddamn football.
It's like,
I gotta go.
It's like this is how the meeting went. It was like, let's do what Edmonton did. Yeah, I like Eskimos.
No, absolutely. It was like a nice Eskimo pie.
Yeah, Eskimos works. Dan. All right, on that note, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy Major League Baseball. Today's really opening day. Yesterday was opening night. Today is opening day. Enjoy it. We got some quality out there, and we're going to figure out, we're going to start doing an afternoon show as well so we can tighten up these starting pitchers too. Steve Monahan, we're going to get him a couple books and maybe to prop his phone on for when he's on the road, or maybe one of these things.
I was going to be outside, but it started raining. I was actually going to sit on a bench right by the beach here. But
speaking of rain, I will give everybody an update this weekend. I'm not really sure if I'm going to have power or what's going to happen. We got a category something coming through. I don't know. Douglas. Right. It's always fun to live in the middle, in a little island in the middle of the Pacific when a Category 5 hurricane comes barreling through. Anyways. Usually, we've been pretty lucky so far. Let's hope that this is just another one of those. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the Computer Pick Show at 10:30. Of course, this show at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anything you want to see on this show, anything, whatever, Mitch at sportschatplace.com, Mitch at pickdogs.com.